folks, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do some timeless gaming today on the eve of perhaps the most profound metagame shift timeless will see in a very, very long time. The day is here, folks. We are getting Force of Will and Days in the timeless format with the upcoming Secrets of Strixhaven Mystical Archives bonus sheet. A lot of us have been waiting for this for a very long time. I personally am quite excited to see Blue get opened up to levels of power that it just has not been able to get to in the timeless format for some time now. Maybe this is because my first Eternal format was Legacy, but it has always felt like a hallmark of Eternal format gaming is the ability to cast free counter spells. I think that some exciting shifts are ahead for us. We're also going to be getting some other big hitters. Vampiric Tutor is coming to the format. No word on whether that'll get restricted or not. I'm pretty sure it will if Demonic Tutor is restricted. Ad Nauseam looks like it's going to be really fun to play with and mess around with. Ruby Storm is finally getting Pyretic Ritual, and perhaps Jessica's will. And there's some cool looking cards in the main set as well. There's been a lot of hype around this new card, Flow State. It operates pretty similar to Expressive Iteration, which hasn't seen a lot of play in the timeless format, but I'm reckoning that's because we haven't had spells like Force of Will and Days to work with it in a tempo shell. We're also getting Library of Alexandria in replacement of Library of Lang. Unbelievable. I have no clue what to make of this at all. What that's going to look like. Is it getting slotted into basically every control deck going forward? Who's to say? I think this is going to be really cool to see people tinker around with. I'm really excited to play with it outside of the vintage cube space. Lots to look forward to. I'm really excited to make tons and tons of new videos once Secrets of Strixhaven drops next week. But before then, I wanted to do one last hurrah in this sort of iteration of the metagame. I started this channel towards the end of 2025. I've been playing Timeless since its inception, but the Edge of Eternity's bonus sheet with the additions of Ancient Tomb and Strip Mine got me really zooted on the format once again. I decided today I'd play a couple of matches with Golgari Scam. If you played any Timeless, you're probably pretty familiar with what we've got going on here. We're looking to make some pretty explosive starts with Chrome Mox, Dark Ritual, Ancient Tomb, to power out, big cards like the One Ring, Sholdred, or Wary Zone Guard and Barrogoyf on turn one. The scam part, of course, refers to the 4 copies of Grief we have in the deck, with Reanimate as well, 4 copies of Thoughtseize. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward affair. It is a kind of all-in sort of deck that can really crumble if your opponent is able to remove the key pieces that you drop. There are some games that really kind of stall out and turn into nothing, in my experience playing this deck. That being said, locking down the game with an early One Ring or an early Wary Zone Guard looping Strip Mine is one heck of a feeling. I can't get enough of that. It's kind of a classic Golgari sideboard here. We've got Culling Ritual and Toxic Deluge for Lurrus decks and aggro decks, Disruptor Flute for the occasional show and tell deck, or if we're looking to shut off something like Psychic Frog, Sholdred's Edict for more interaction, Orcish Bowmasters to punish blue decks and decks that run 1/1s, and Douthie Voidwalkers and Surgical Extractions to hate on the graveyard. You'll notice I'm not running any Troll of Khazad-dûm in this deck. Just a personal preference. It probably makes the deck worse, but I just find that to be an utterly swagless card. Like, reanimating a Troll of Khazad-dûm just doesn't get me very excited. So I'm going all in on some of these other cards that I really enjoy. Sometimes you draw a hand that's just Ancient Tombs and Strip Mines. That's pretty brutal. But this deck doesn't mulligan too badly, so yeah. Let's jump into some games. All right, we are on the draw with a pretty strong hand. This is a turn 1 Barrow if we want. Or we could play it slow with Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, seems good. All right. Flooded Strand makes me think this is some kind of blue deck for sure. I think I'm actually going to lead with the Thoughtseize. Just in case this is like show and tell or something like that. No, it is some kind of energy deck? Aether Hub? Is this like a big Boros ring deck? Huh, interesting. I don't love that they have 2 swords, but let's get rid of the Ajani. And we'll just have to tank the swords with Deathrite and either Barragoyf or Wary Zone Guard. Not blue at all. Fascinating. We could Dark Ritual out a Grief here, which honestly feels pretty appealing. I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah. You can't have that. All right, next turn we could Deathrite and Barrogoyf, or Deathrite and Wary Zone Guard. I love that they're using one of the swords on the Grief. That's fantastic. Love that they're playing this Ocelot Pride. Holy shit. We've got it all. Tell you what. Why don't we slap down an Ancient Tomb? Play the Wary Zone Guard. Then drop our Deathrite Shaman. Wow. You're not going to get rid of my Zone Guard, huh? Sure. Sounds good to me. Johnny. Okay. That's a little complicated.
To the hunt!
Because a Johnny will flip if I block this Ocelot Pride with the Deathrite Shaman. Actually, I think I'm down for that because they don't have a red source yet. Yeah, that's fine with me. I'd love to get rid of their Ocelot Pride rather than let them farm tokens with it.
A dark plot ties our fates together. Into the fray.
And now we get to drop the One Ring. Reanimate. Also forgot to fetch with my Verdant Catacombs there. Foolish. Well, we attack a Johnny with Wary Zone Guard, and they probably single or double block. Let's just see what they do. So they're single blocking. That's fine. Let's make sure to... Hold up. Hold up. Okay, now they're getting rid of it. Does this trigger still resolve if Wary Zone Guard goes away? Maybe it does. Let's find out. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. No, it doesn't. If this creature is tapped. Should have known. Okay, let's drop the One Ring. Let's draw our Wary Zone Guard. Leave full control here. Do I want to reanimate their Johnny just to be a cheeky bastard? That would be kind of funny. I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to. I think we're chilling. Okay, so they didn't draw a red source. Love to see a strip mine here. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and drop that. Floating white. Let's drop a Wary Zone Guard. And let's pass through combat. Let's get back the strip mine. Get rid of their elegant parlor. And then, what do you say we drop the Barrowgoyf? I think let's do it. Big fucking Barrowgoyf. Feels good to be filming some timeless videos. Took the last month off to girth out on some Slay the Spire 2. It's a wonderful game, and you just can't help but think that they synced it up perfectly with dropping Teenage Mutant Nothing Burgers. What a set, huh? All right. So there's some kind of like Boros ring deck. I guess we'll do a Toxic Deluge. We'll do a Culling Ritual. We'll just grief and thought seize the rings out of their hands. There's a case for Orcish Bowmaster. Pick off some Ocelot Prides, but probably good with running this. What do I want to trim? Maybe trim a Wary Zone Guard and one Chrome Mox. I don't feel like I have to have like that explosive of a start. And maybe one of the reanimates as well. Actually, you know what? Let's trim 2 reanimates, because I think they probably know what we're up to, and they might come in with some graveyard hate. All right, another really solid start from us. We could open with Thoughtseize or Deathrite Shaman, depending on what they play, and then we got a turn 2 Barrowgoyf. Feels pretty good. And a Sholdred's awesome. Yeah. Let's do a Deathrite here. Maybe block this Ocelot Pride if we can. We're gonna discharge it. Sure. Make a cat. So we got a couple of options here. We got Thoughtseize. We got Fatal Push on the Ocelot Pride. We got Barrowgoyf. They've got a white up. That makes me kind of think that they've got swords for the Barrowgoyf, so let's go ahead and Thoughtseize first. Oh, okay. Just Static Prison, huh? All right. Oh, forgot we had Urborg. We can tap this for blue. Excuse me, blue. We can tap this for black. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Ocelot Pride right now. Play our Barrowgoyf next turn, or maybe our One Ring. 4/5 Barrowgoyf. Let's go. Man, they sure kept a lot of lands. And they milled over an Ocelot Pride? Huh. Okay. Wow. Well, this is just Barrowgoyf City here. Let's go ahead and attack. You gonna chump with your kitty? Yeah. How's another one sound? Getting rid of a static prison as well. What are they getting at? If I was them, I would be trying to stop the flow of the Barrow-goyfs. Or the game's just over. GG's on the play. A one-lander with some dark rituals. Let's fucking do it. How much mana is this? It's 5 mana. Okay, we can do One Ring and Thoughtseize. Got a Strip Mine for next turn. Hello. What is going on here? Crop. Is this some kind of... Okay. Vizier of Tumbling Sands and Frantic Search and Crop Rotation is giving, like, Lotus Field. They're probably doing some kind of Lotus Field deal. That's pretty wild. Given that, I think I'll take the Crop Rotation. I might wish I had taken the Wish, no pun intended, but we'll just have to see. I wonder if they're like trying to like storm off with untapping Lotus Field and stuff like that for some kind of like grave shot kill, maybe. Regardless, cool deck. They haven't cracked their Misty yet. I think I'm still going to play the Strip Mine, and I'm going to Thoughtseize him again, get rid of that Wish. Oh, they have the Crop Rotation. Yeah, there's that Lotus Field. Let's get rid of the Wish this time. And pass it back. Gonna need to draw a threat here soon. Oh, should have strip mined their Hedge Maze. Whoops. Wasn't thinking of that. Fuck, now I have to play around them tapping out for crop rotation. Whoops. I was thinking about how we are losing life to this One Ring. We'll want to draw threat here soon. Or we can also just play an Ancient Tomb and drop another One Ring. I think that probably makes the most sense. They have their Lotus Field untapping next turn with Frantic Search. But there's no way that... I mean, if I strip mine one of their lands, they're just going to crop rot it away. Is there an upside to playing Deathrite this turn? I think there might be. I think I'm going to play Deathrite. See what happens here. It sucks that Lotus Field has Hexproof. Yeah, they're tapping everything to drop Lotus Field, and they'll probably Frantic Search after that. Oh, damn. That's a good play. Get to untap 5 mana. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Hold up. Hello. Oh, no, wait. Oh, they can still crop rotation. Okay. I actually don't want to respond to this. I could make them crop rotation for something, but nah, I'm gonna pass. Oh, they're breaching. Okay. So what does this do for them? Do they just Frantic Search mill through their whole deck? eventually like kill me with some kind of grape shot. They don't have any way to make like more mana here. I'm really curious to see what they do. I'm gonna let them play this out so that I understand what their deck is doing. And so that I see what's in their deck. I've never played against a deck like this. Oops, huh? One ring in their graveyard. Okay. We desperately need to stabilize here. Okay, Barrelgoyf will help us do that. Go ahead and get rid of you. Let's play a... Okay, they're going to scoop it up. All right, I think we definitely want Surgical Extraction and Douthie Voidwalker for sure. It doesn't seem like they're playing any creatures. Let's just double check that. Yeah, they're not playing any creatures. So let's get rid of the Fatal Pushes. As for the rest of these cards, Disruptor Flute could interrupt their One Ring, but we are also way more likely to take it out of their hand. Is there an upside to Culling Ritual? I don't think so. Like if they have Chrome Mox, it's just kind of whatever. Yeah, I think subbing the Fatal Push for Voidwalker and Surgical is a good idea. I also Bowmasters seems like an obvious include. I think trimming 2 Wary Zone guards for some Bowmasters and also maybe a Deathrite Shaman and a Barrelgoyf. Let's run that. Well, this looks like a banger. Turn 2 Sholdred. Turn 3 Wary Zone Guard Strip Mining. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Or we could do turn 1 Sholdred. How does that sound? These dark rituals are so fucked off. We didn't see any removal in their deck, which is interesting. We'll just have to see what happens next. Having a Sholdred sit in place surely isn't bad. Especially if they're trying to do some frantic search. Ooh! Missed a land drop, huh? Well. It's gonna shut the door on you? Oh, you probably have crop rotation. Maybe that wasn't the smartest. So be it. Breeding pool? Sure. I don't even think they can ponder here. They ponder, they draw a card. We hit them for 4. They lose 2 on their upkeep. GG's. That was a cool deck. Sad to see them flounder like that. This is a turn 3 One Ring. Got 2 of them. Seems good enough. Drop a Deathrite. See what opponent's up to. Maybe push something here and there. Strip mine something. Let's go. Pitching Grief. Perhaps the mirror match? We shall see. Okay. Reanimating the troll. Do I want to strip mine here? I mean, why not? Why not? Can get rid of this troll. But we can block it with the One Ring next turn. So they'll swing in for 6. I'm gonna get rid of my Deathrite Shaman. That's not great. I'm not a huge fan of that. Just kind of counting on that sticking around to get this One Ring down next turn. Well, they're gonna strip mine meat. Okay. Well, things are not looking so good for us. A reanimate is nice, but I'm not sure if there's anything we're dying to reanimate. I guess we could reanimate the Deathrite Shaman, just bring it back. If this doesn't get removed, we have a One Ring for next turn. And it does. It's a shame. It's weird that they're not playing their swamp. Okay, we are dead here. With that troll swinging in. We can't tap that Ancient Tomb. Okay. The Mirror. What would we like to see? I think trimming the Griefs, honestly, makes a lot of sense. Putting in the Douthie Voidwalkers to fuck with their graveyard. Shoulder's Edict doesn't sound too bad. In case they're, like, all in on Reanimator. Surgical Extraction could be good. Do we want Fatal Push? It just did not show up at all in that last match, but it's possible. Maybe we'll trim 2 of those and put in a Surgical. I'm kind of tempted to put the Bowmasters in, but I don't know. I don't know what I really want to sub it out for. I think we'll run it like this. We've got to reanimate, Thoughtseize, Sholdred. This is a game plan, and we're on the play with a Thoughtseize, so we might be able to disrupt whatever they got going on well enough. Hell, if we can get rid of something really good, we might be able to reanimate it, but it looks like they are all in on a One Ring, so we'll get rid of that. There's our One Ring. Love to see that. Okay, I think we go Verdant Catacombs and pass. The Barrogoy. All right. Well, unless we draw a Dark Ritual, we're probably not going to be able to block that next turn. Fatal Push. Now, we could keep this on top of our deck, and if we get to crack a land with... If we get our Verdant Catacombs back with Wary Zone Guard, this would kill Barrogoyf. But it's also possible they might Surgical the Verdant Catacombs with the Wary Zone Guard trigger on the stack. I'm willing to gamble, because even if they do that, I'm still looking to Fatal Push that Barrogoyf eventually. So they were having to think about it. They might be thinking about it right now, too. Damn. They're going for it. Okay. This is going to hurt. And they'll probably mill into like, fuck, yeah. Something good. Either another Barragoyf or Grief or something. Hell, even Wary Zone Guard. Well, I've certainly learned the price that I pay for not playing Troll of Khazad-dûm. While I think it may be swagless, it sure handed our our ass to us last game. There's another Wary Zone Guard for us, but we do not have anything to get back from our graveyard. That sucks. We could reanimate their Grief. I don't think it's really going to do anything, though. Damn. This sucks. Let's just reanimate their Grief. Let's see what happens. We got an overgrown tomb. Let's get rid of the Dark Ritual. Well, we can double block one of these Barragoyfs, kill it, and then Fatal Push the other one. Shit, that puts us to 3, and they could Deathrite our fucking... Deathrite our fucking face. That's not good. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, there's like no way. I can't gain life back fast enough. Yeah, it's GG. Well played, opponent. Alrighty. 2-1 with Golgari Scam. Our only loss was to the mirror. Now you might be asking yourself, Maybach Egg, why are we only playing 3 matches today? Well, I'm trying out filming less matches just because it reduces the editing time of these videos. And I'm interested to see if it's more appealing to people to watch shorter videos instead of longer ones where I've typically played, I think, around 5 matches if I'm playing timeless. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. This video will surely end up being by far the shortest one I've ever filmed, just because of how fast a lot of the matches went. I think that makes a lot of sense given the fact that, as I've said before, this is a really all-in deck. If anything, this scam package is here just to like motor out the One Ring and start cranking our hog on that. Some interesting matches. The Boros ring matchup felt pretty underpowered. I was really surprised at how many lands my opponent kept in game 2. I think that actually led to kind of an underwhelming matchup. I thought that Temur Frantic Search Lotus Field deck was really cool. I would love to see what that list looks like. I don't know if it's necessarily in the power level that you kind of need to be viable and timeless, but maybe that could be adapted for Historic. I don't know. I don't play Historic. I don't know if cards like, I don't think Chromox is legal there. Maybe Frantic Search isn't either, but I really respect the vision, and I thought that was an awfully cool deck. And then we ended up losing in the mirror. Looking back on the gameplay footage, I shouldn't have strip mined in that first game. I should have made sure that we were going to be dropping a One Ring on turn 2 or turn 3, but they had the Fatal Push and the strip mine, so it might not have mattered. We also definitely saw the downside, or rather the power of playing Troll of Khazad-dûm that just set up a really quick clock on turn 1 that we lost to. And then in the second game, I think our hand was just a little too slow for what our opponent had going on. I think I misjudged what hands made sense to keep. I should have gone for a more explosive turn 1, given the fact that we were on the play. So yeah, just some thoughts for the next time I play a deck like this. Anyways, folks, thanks for joining me today. Lots of fun playing Timeless as per usual. And man, I am just so excited to get into the metagame that is to come with all these wonderful new cards coming to the format. I'm excited to play with Up the Beanstalk. I'm excited to play a hydroponics and Ren and 6 shell where we're dazing and force of willing our opponent's cards, and hydroponics is turning strip mines into islands that we can daze and bring back to our hand. Yeah, all kinds of stuff that I think is gonna like be really, if not powerful, really fun to play and just tinker around and experiment with. So, new set drops on Tuesday. I'll be cooking. And I would love to hear from you in the comments what videos you'd like to see coming up with this transformation to the Timeless format. This is my 10th video for the channel. I'm not necessarily cranking these videos out every single week, but I'm trying to put some heart and soul into them, and I really appreciate all the love and support and followership that I've accrued thus far. So thank you so much for tuning in. Really exciting things on the horizons, folks. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, throw a like on this video. Tell me what you're excited to see me play. Tell me if you're interested in seeing videos that are 3 matches long, 5 matches long. Let me know. I want to hear your voice. I'm open to feedback. All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.